Hello, Markers, Vessel or Noobs here with another anime discussion. This time on one of actually my favorite anime, High School DxD. Now, the thing about High School DxD is a lot of people judge ecchi style anime because they think it's all about fan service. And I really love this anime because it's one of the most well-balanced anime I've ever seen. It really is so good at what it does. It is what it's meant to be. It's so funny, it's cool. Also, one thing though, if you haven't seen this show, I want to describe this in detail, so I recommend go watching it. It's a very funny series. I definitely think you'd like it, so go check that out before you watch this. Now, like I said, it's a very funny show. It's a very cool show. I enjoyed the action very much, and I really did enjoy the story. I like the fan service, sure, but I also enjoyed the actual plot. Now, the fan service, and I also have to say, it's better than most, like, anime. But the fan service is well done. Like, instead of just randomly throwing pain shots at you for no reason, like, throwing it at ridiculous moments, they really build it up well. That, like, they have good, like, ecchi moments in the series, instead of just random-ass moments in the middle of battle that just make it look stupid. And I like that. It actually has normal scenes where it focuses on the story, no fan service at all. It really keeps the serious tone at times. Of course, it also turns like the fan service and like, you know, the plot into a real plot point. That's really cool. It actually furthers the story instead of like taking away from it. And it's like you either have plot or you have fan service, and one can take away from the other. But in this show, it really seems to combine them very well, and I love that. It's a very funny combination, and the show is hysterical. I laughed my ass off watching it. And this show, I also have to give it credit for being probably the first show I ever watched that I binged without meaning to, without planning to. For some animes, like, wow, this is really good. I want to sit down and, like, just see if I can marathon this. High School DxD, it wasn't even a question. I didn't think about it, I didn't plan for it, it's just suddenly out of the blue, I saw this, I thought it was hilarious, and I just clicked next episode. I just kept going like that. I loved every episode. I literally just kept clicking next episode. By the time I noticed it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, I didn't feel tired. I was like, I should probably get to sleep. Go to my laptop, get to sleep, get up in the morning, like, use the bathroom, eat some breakfast, then I get back. I literally do what I have to do. I barely eat, I barely ate, I barely slept until I finished the series up until the point where it was. Now, there's still a couple episodes left of the season. Like, I was on the 3rd season, and I was a bit upset about that, but it was so worth the wait. I hated having to wait for a series. I kind of like to wait till they're finished before I check them out, but I loved how the series has wrapped itself up so far. And apparently, by the way, this is discussing all 3 of the seasons. Now, I'm discussing it as a whole. I may go back to it after it's finished. I hope for at least 2 more seasons. I really want 2 or 3 more seasons, really. I love this anime. I don't see any reason for it to end soon. One of the things that I loved about certain animes like Code Geass was the fact that I enjoyed the ending vividly. I'm also going to do a discussion on that soon. I really enjoyed the ending. It didn't feel like it needed to continue. Sure, it's a great show, but I have no desire for it to continue. I mean, it was fantastic, but it wrapped itself up well. It ended. He accomplished what he wanted. And I'm not going to say any more about that because I don't want to spoil it until I actually get to that discussion. But that's something about this. It has to end with the harem, man. This is one of the few actual harem animes where they get a real harem. Not multiple girls into one guy. No, this is an actual harem. And all the characters are really well done. They have really good development into them. They spent actual, like, time to let you get to know these characters, and I love that. All the characters are extremely likable. If I had to name my favorite girl, probably would be, it's very close, but my favorite is like Asya, because I freaking love that girl. I love her to pieces. I love all of them to death. It's amazing. Konako was really high up there because she was so funny, such a cool, like, tough character. But when she actually started warming up to Issei, she was so sweet, it melted my heart. She was adorable. And third one was Zenobia, because I didn't like her much at first when she was like a serious religious type, and then she just went to this odd, like, super funny and crazy, I don't know, state. She's still like that. She's a bit of an oddball, but I really like that character. And every single one, well, I can't say they have for Zenobia, mostly for the simple fact that they don't have much to tell with her. They've, up till now, you understood what she's been through and like how she's been brought up. She was brought up by the church. But each of the characters have gone into detail over their backstory and getting into what makes a character tick, why they are how they are, and like what they fight for. And that's awesome. Even the male character like Kiba and Issei is just like the main character. There's not much to him, and I like him because he's a simple main character. Like he's just not one of those like complex. He's not like the smartest, but he's a simple guy. He likes what he likes, and what he likes is girls. He fucking loves like tits and ass, shit like that. And he seems like a real kind of guy, someone you would love to hang out with. I would honestly love to know that guy. He is so funny. He looks like he'd be a good time to spend with. Now, like I said, for all the characters, they went into how it's kind of funny. They showed the backstory based off how they met Rias. Sure, they did some beforehand, but it's all about how they ended up being part of the household. I believe the first one they really got into that was Kiba, and then they got into, who was it, Akane? Akane. I'm thinking Akane because like Sakura said something, but yeah, Akane, and then it was Konako. And yeah, I believe that's it. Those were like the main three, and they were like the starting characters at the first season. Then they added Zenobia, who again I really loved her as a character, and then just recently they've added that other character, Valkyrie, who had worked with Odin. Now that's very interesting. We haven't got much backstory on her just yet, but to be fair, she's still a really new character, and the new season will be coming out soon. Unfortunately, it got a bit delayed, which I'm sad about, but it's still an awesome anime. After I heard about that new season, I binge watched it for the second time, like rewatching it, trying to get a refresher, and I enjoyed it as much the second time around. It was still a great show to watch, and the thing is, it's quirky. A lot of people say, first off, I've seen the subbed. I think it's fine. I really do like it, but I prefer the dubbed in this one, honestly, because the simple fact that people say they don't say things right, they say it's like weird and odd, but it's quirky to me. I like that because it's a silly anime. It's not always meant to be taken seriously, and the odd ways they phrase things sometimes, and like some of the stupid shit they say, just makes it funnier in my opinion. I love that, and I don't know what it is about me, but I've always really liked that whole triad idea of, like, you know, heaven and the angel, the fallen angel, and the devils. I've actually devils are like demons. I considered that kind of like triad of power before, of all constantly fighting each other. I thought that was really interesting a couple years ago, and now that I found an anime about that, I found that awesome. The powers in it are really cool. The powers it represents and brings up are really well thought out. I love the action in it. It's actually super interesting, and seeing Issei's powers develop. And the thing is, Issei is becoming one of the most powerful anime protagonists out there. They may not label it as an action style anime, but he's stronger than a lot of the most action style characters. Maybe not just yet, but he has the potential to take down even big shots like Goku. Goku, if he never knew his powers and he underestimated Issei, it'd be a wrap for him, because he stole the divide ability from the White Dragon, and all he would have to do is just get in close. One divide, and you add his already formidable power, and then take half of Goku's power, Goku is fucking screwed. That's all it takes, and that's a fantastic power. And then he can boost himself again, doubling his power, which would make him stronger than Goku ever was, which is insane that he can do something like that. It's a crazy ability and very useful. The little divide and multiply thing. It's such simple concepts, but when you think about it, it's exponentially powerful. Like, yeah, it's insane. So yeah, I seriously enjoyed this anime, and like I said, I've always thought that each anime has a message to send, and this one, I believe that reigns true as well. I feel like this show gives off a message of love and passion. It's all about how all the characters, even though it's like a harem style anime, he is not completely perverted. He genuinely cares and loves every single girl that is with him and by his side, and I find that really nice, really sweet thing. And it's a very passionate style anime, especially when you get to like how deeply he cares for the girls that are around him. And when you listen to the opening theme song, god damn, I love the opening theme song. First one is the best in my opinion. Third one is fantastic. The second one was pretty good. Well, actually there were two ones in the second season. They were both like decent. They were really good. I liked them, but the first and third were the best for me. I really enjoyed the third, but the first one sounded perfect to me. I thought it was the best. The third one really fits the theme, but the first one is the first Japanese song I decided, you know what, I'm gonna commit this to memory. I'm going to learn the lyrics, and I did. I literally just went to like I made sure I was on the right episode, because like some episodes it showed the Japanese lyrics, sometimes the English lyrics, and the English like translation, like the definition and the meaning behind the song is beautiful. I looked it up and I was just over and over again. I just replayed a second the song finished. I just went back, I had my finger held over the part where it would restart the song, put it back to the beginning, and I just kept memorizing the lyrics, singing along. I loved it. Fantastic. And that's another thing that really helps me judge an anime. The opening theme song is more important than most people think, because it's one of the first things that grabs you into the anime. Honestly, Tokyo Ghoul is a cool idea, but if I didn't hear that awesome intro, I don't think I would have latched onto it so fast. I might have put it off for a little while before I got back to it, but no, the second I heard that intro song, the passion in it, the meaning behind the lyrics, and the animations are also really good, and they're just, especially when it fits the theme, it just grabs me. It grabs me by the heart. It's like, I instantly developed a love for the show, and that was definitely the case with High School DxD. It honestly is my favorite anime of all time. Second, like, well, it's not really second to it. It's very close tie. I'm always going in between these two, but High School DxD and the Fruit of Messiah. People say it's not as good as the visual novel. I hope to get it soon when I have a proper computer for it, but that anime was hilarious and just really cool. I enjoyed that one a hell of a lot, and I also enjoyed High School DxD. It was just a fantastic all-around show. I hope you guys enjoyed it yourself, because I definitely did, and I hope you got as much out of it as I did. I really did love the show. Now, anyway, tell me in the comments down below, what did you think of High School DxD? If you agree with my opinions, if you have your own, or what you might have thought were some weak points, or like some strong points for this anime. Honestly, I'd be hard-pressed thinking of a weak point of this anime. Sure, it may not be the like greatest story of all time, I guess, but I feel like for what it's supposed to be and for what it's meant for, it fits the description perfectly. It does what it wants for what you expect out of it, and for what it's meant to be. It doesn't feel like it disappoints, and in fact, it even goes beyond my expectations in quite a few ways. So I really was satisfied with this. I would give it a 10 out of 10 because I've seen a lot of great anime, but this definitely holds to be the first. And my second would probably be the Fruit of Messiah, and third, Code Geass. I loved that show. But man, those are all fantastic anime. I hope you guys check them out, and I hope you guys enjoy this. If you hit a special like button for me, it really helps out a lot. Well, it's just a nice thing to see, so I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you're new right today, and tell me what you thought about this anime in the comments down below. I'll see you dudes next time. Peace.